Someone asked me about the views from my garden, so I decided this morning that I would show you guys what I see when I come into the garden. I tried to make my garden to where there are multiple views from any way that I enter. Anywhere that I stand in the garden, I will have a different view of it. So hopefully I am able to convey those views to you guys also. So I think we're gonna have to deal with a little bit of barking this morning. My neighbor behind me, she has a puppy. So whenever she brings it out, the German Shepherd behind me just goes crazy and starts barking. So don't know how long it'll last, but we'll see. Maybe they'll go inside or maybe she'll just, settle down a bit. But you guys can see my lantana is filling out again. You guys know this guy goes about 6 feet tall, maybe a little taller than that, and about 6 feet wide. So I have to keep it trimmed down. But this is the pollinator attractor in the garden. If you guys don't have lantana, I suggest you guys get some. Every pollinator under the sun comes for this lantana. So every morning I come out, there are hummingbirds and butterflies and bees and you name it, and they are all over this plant, and that is an all-day thing. I did move all of my citrus trees over into this area. So we have the Mexican lime, I have the kumquat, the mandarin orange, the Meyer lemon. This is my newest purchase, which is an apricot tree. When I first started building this garden again, I thought I wasn't going to do an apricot tree. I grew up with apricot trees. We had 3 in our backyard. And dealing with the mess and the birds and the ants and, raking up apricots every day that have been dropped to the ground, I really didn't think I wanted to deal with it. But I don't know, I have a taste for apricots and they are so expensive in the store. So I just went ahead and tried to find the smallest growing one that I could find. Most of them need anywhere from 10 to 25 feet of space. This one only needs 15. I am going to put it in a container, so I hope it's going to remain small for quite some time. And then I'll see if maybe I transfer it to the ground. But like I said, dealing with gophers and stuff, it's just so heartbreaking and so frustrating to plant trees and then to come out one day and just find them toppled over because their roots have been eaten through. So I'll see. Not sure. I might just go ahead and cage the roots and put it in the ground, but I really don't think I'm going to do that right now. It's going to go in a container. I have my little loquat down here that I grew from seed, and my bear's lime that I got from Garden Zen, one of my Instagram sisters. And let's see. So these are most of the last of the flowers that I haven't potted up from the 99-cent only store. These containers, they hang on rails, fences, you name it, anything that it can hang on, it's going to hang on. I'm hanging them on the outside of the trellises over there, and they are $2.99, also at the 99-cent only store. The loquat tree is still trying to get its bearings. I'm a little worried about it, but not too much. I did move it over here into full sun and repotted it, so not sure if it's liking its location yet or not, so we will see. The potatoes down in here, and there is the basin that I bought, the wash tub from the store back in time that a lot of you have asked me about when I went vintage hunting for the garden. The stand that I bought is actually under there. I just simply wrapped bamboo around it. And look at this bed. So this is the bed that I planted. Now remember, we were talking about buying vegetables and things from the 99-cent only store, and I said sometimes they are not labeled correctly, like the purple bell pepper that I got that ended up being some mystery pepper that I still don't know what it is. So I did pick up 2 of those purple bell peppers again, and I'm gonna see what they actually are. Now if you remember, I grabbed green zucchini. Does that look green to you? Yeah, so all 3 plants. This one isn't actually, it doesn't have anything on it, but yeah, you know what, I'm looking, it's gonna be yellow also. Yeah, they're all yellow squash. So once again, it's still edible. Green zucchini would have been great. I do have seeds, not too late to start. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of hit and miss with them. You never know exactly what you're going to get. The cucumbers over here already have blossoms. I'm still battling with a nitrogen issue in this bed, simply because there's so much organic matter in the bottom of this bed that is breaking down. And when things start to decompose, they also steal nitrogen. So I'm gonna have to up my fertilizing with the fish emulsion in this bed, just to kind of, even things out. I cleared this bed over here. I left the broccoli because I need more broccoli seeds, so I let this go to seed. Here are some more of those hanging baskets. Over here, I dropped in some peppers, a tomatillo, cantaloupe, and in that bed over there where I left the collards, I actually put more peppers in there too, green bell peppers, simply because I was at Lowe's and they had 2 packs for $10, and there were 9 in each pack. So I just went ahead and grabbed both packs for the $10, and I'll probably share with one of my friends. Have the tomato plants over here doing great, and the burgundy bush beans, the royal burgundy bush beans, and then 2 more tomato plants over here. Like I said, I'm going to take it pretty easy this year with the planting once again, just until I get all of these pests under control, because dealing with these pill bugs, these roly-polies, yeah, they're kind of just demolishing the garden. I'm pretty much just feeding them. So until I get those guys under control, I'm going to take the planting a little easier. I do have the melons in the food grade buckets. And I dropped some beans in some of these containers also. So I have beans growing randomly all around the garden. Let's see if we can go back over this way. These are the purple hull peas over here. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys know what black-eyed peas are, and it's pretty much the same thing. Look at this. Didn't I tell you guys I'm dealing with pests constantly? So this is probably a squirrel or something that is just digging up over here. But yeah, that's it. Most people think that I have this huge yard that I'm planting in, and I don't. It is an average backyard. And I just kind of separated everything into spaces and rooms, the way that you would do your house, I guess. So this back here, the flower garden, is what I call my prayer garden. I love just sitting back there and, just contemplating life, pondering scriptures, praying. I'm really protective of that area, mostly because I don't want anyone's bad energy in my space. A lot of people want to come and they want to sit. They think my garden is so peaceful, and when they're having problems in their lives, they want to come and sit back here, which I take that as a compliment. But you know what? Like I said, I'm kind of protective of this space, and I don't want drama or issues or anyone's bad moods or anything, back here. So that part of my garden I'm very protective of. When it comes to other parts, the food parts, I pretty much, I let people come in and, I give them a little tour of what I'm growing. People usually come, they want rosemary, which is this huge bush back here that I have to keep trimmed down. Look at the grapevines. Look at that. They're just reaching up, up, up for the sun. Of course, grapevines want to grab anything they can get a hold of, so I'm going to have to come over here and trellis this a little bit better. This one did not come back for me this year. So I was kind of waiting because it looked like it was going to bud, and it never did. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and clip that down. And I think I'm just going to build a trellis to go across the shed. Because once again, they are trying to connect onto this honey myrtle tree. Well, hello. You're just gonna zoom past my head like that? So, wasn't really prepared to do a tour this morning, but like I said, some people asked me about the views of my garden. They say they only get peeks of my garden, and so I decided to go ahead and show what's going on in the garden right now. I have done multiple garden tours in the past to try to show that, you know, this is an average backyard. It's not that big. I have a lot more growing room now that the trampoline is gone. But for the most part, like I said, it's just an average backyard. Yeah, this is the average size backyard in older homes out here. My house was built in 1941, so it's not a newer home. It is a smaller California bungalow. And newer homes out here tend to have smaller properties. So in a newer home, I think the backyard from the back of their house would probably be about right here. They don't have much land. But when you get older homes, this is the typical backyard. In fact, the backyard that I grew up in was bigger than this one, and it's about a mile away from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini tour view of my garden. And if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. If you like what you see, don't be afraid to share the content with your friends or suggest my channel to them. I'm pretty low-key. I do things like thrifting and DIY projects, building, gardening, sharing my faith, and sometimes my family. But anyway, you guys stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next video.